Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about Marco Bezzecchi's comments after the Italian Grand Prix in Mugello. Now, speaking after the race, he said, "The clutch has felt strange since this morning. We keep having this problem to varying degrees. And with a bad start, the rest of the race probably will not go well for you either. The race was far more difficult than expected. Mugello is always a difficult track, and if you don't have confidence, it becomes even more difficult, especially if you do not have a good feeling from the front tyre in these long corners. So far, we've been able to solve many problems, but the main problem still remains, that is understeer. But this problem seems to be coming more from the tyres than the bike." So realistically, what Bezzecchi is saying is that his downturn in form, let's just call it, is due to the tyres or the understeer coming from the front of the bike due to the tyres. Now, Bezzecchi is 19 points behind his teammate Fabio Di Gianantonio and is in 11th place in the standings, which, for a rider that is tipped to be one of the top 3 or 4 or 5 riders in the world, it's not really been a good year for him. And this was one of the things that I did worry about him going to the factory team, was that if he did come across problems, he's still quite young in the sport, that he doesn't necessarily know how to engineer his way out of this. Now, do I agree that there is understeer on the front of the bike? Yes, majority of the Ducati GP23 riders that have ridden a 22 are all saying that the turn in on the GP23 is far more difficult than on the 22, and they're having a lot of trouble adapting to it. But it seems to be really killing Marco Bezzecchi's style. Now, I get it, they can try and engineer a way out. If it's not the bike and it is the tyres, then the only person that can ride through it is Bezzecchi. And I think he's kind of lucky in the team that he is in, that they understand what is going on. He's come up through the ranks with them. So I think his position is definitely safe. But again, if this was another team or maybe a more ruthless team, performances like this wouldn't really cut the mustard. But I do find it interesting that he is kind of pointing to the tyres. Tyres are new. Yes, I get it. I understand it. But again, there's a lot of information there that he has access to, that he can see what the other riders in Ducati are doing. So I do find it a little bit strange that he is the only one calling out the front tyre, if you know what I mean. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What do you think of Marco Bezzecchi's comments? And do you think it is he needs to change his riding style, or they need to try and find a better solution for him? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.